Coach, whenever you're ready, we'll start with an open statement.
Well, first of all, thank the good Lord took care of us tonight. Really blessed. This season's been really blessed. Obviously, it's not over, but we want to make sure we enjoy the mile markers and milestones along the way. Really proud of the players' ability to continue to trust the process. It's been a good 3-week grind, 2 on the road, 1 at home. The games haven't been close, so it's been an emotional up and down, and to come back next week and prepare. Really good job by the players, really good job by the coaches, finding a way to continue to push the players. Sometimes success is its own worst enemy, but really good job by them making a decision to prepare each week, with no record or result in mind, and doing the things they needed to do. Really proud of them. Phenomenal opportunity to come home. Every fan that stayed through the weather, you made a difference. That student section that stayed and held the tarp over DJ Cujo, it made a difference, because if you guys leave, it feels like an away game. And it was a huge difference. So we appreciate you. We appreciate all the fans that came and had to leave because of the weather. We get it. But running out of that tunnel, it felt good to be home. And hopefully all the people who came back from homecoming really are appreciative of how our guys played. The results will take care of themselves, but I want to make sure that we get to honor and we make people proud when they see their Golden Eagles play. So hopefully the people that made it back for homecoming got a chance to do that. I want to take a minute before we get into the game. What Jeremy McClain, Dr. Paul, and their staff did 7-8 months ago, whenever it was probably very uncharted. But they made some decisions and stretched themselves, the university, not only resource-wise, but willingness to open up. And they're getting return on their investment because the kids appreciate their investment. The kids appreciate their support. Think about it. The season's not over. We have a long way to go. A lot of cleanup. We have a lot of things we got to improve. But first bowl game since 2022. I'm a person who, admires and acknowledges, shows appreciation and gratitude for what you've done while continuing to work. I don't ever want to get to a point to where we get so win snobby that we don't recognize the value and how hard it is to win. There always should be an expectation, but we can't become victory snobs and all of a sudden wins don't matter or who we beat doesn't matter. That's not how it works when you're trying to go back to the top where we're going. 18th bowl game since 2000, second fastest to a bowl since 2000. First 4-0 start in the league since 2004. Obviously the first 4-game winning streak since 2015. And I'm not saying this to say that, hey, the season's over. What I'm saying this is, 1, so that you guys appreciate what these players have done. And 2, so that you guys understand the value of an administration that understood the challenge, made the sacrifices, was willing to invest, not only resources-wise, but time-wise. A community that never wavered. A donor base that never wavered. A student section, a student body, a university that never wavered on what they believe could be, even through the tough times. And now we've got to continue to push. We got to continue to find a way. The next time we play here, I don't know when that is, but to get everybody in the stadium. We got to continue to find a way to prepare this week, even though it's a bye week, to take care of the things we need to take care of. There should be an expectation of how we play and winning, but let's not close our eye to how hard it is to win. And I want to make sure, it has nothing to do with me. It's these players, it's what you don't see. It's the Mike Montgomerys, on Saturday afternoons during bye weeks hitting the sled. It's the 11 o'clock Mike Montgomery still in the film room. It's the guys' challenges, the Braylon Braxton's challenging the offense to be perfect at practice and completions. It's forcing themselves to watch extra film. So hopefully we're appreciative of that. I couldn't be more proud to be the head coach of this program. Obviously we got a long way to go, trust me. We got a long bye week that we got to get some things figured out. We're still having some issues that we got to get cleaned up. But really, really excited about the opportunity to win today. So with that, open up for questions.
Coach, you mentioned being so they missed their first bowl game in 3 years since 2022. What does it mean for you to come in here and want to get that?
I think I'm blessed. I think I'm blessed that the good Lord chose me. There's a lot of other good coaches out there. There's a lot of other processes out there. I'm blessed to be the guy that happens to be in the front, but I'm also blessed to be surrounded by so many really good people. Our family members, you know, my wife, my kids. I didn't know it was Halloween coming up. I didn't even know that. My wife told me we got like trick-or-treating to do. I was like, what is that? You know, these coaches' families, some of our players' families. I'm blessed to be a part of it. I'm blessed to be in front of it, but I also understand heavy is the head that wears the crown. So there's an expectation for me, you know, to, yes, today was great, but we got to get ready for whatever tomorrow brings from a recruiting standpoint. A lot of official visitors here today, some really good talent that we've got to try to convince that this is a place. So the race continues, but I'm also ultimately blessed to be where I am.
Coach, their offense offers some different challenges you guys have to prepare for this week. You talk about how y'all defended them today.
Yeah, hats off to ULM, man. Coach Vincent. I mean, I know that they're banged up and all those things, but he does a great job of putting packages together to stress you. You know, forces guys who don't normally tackle to have to tackle, forces you to be gap sound. I thought in the first, we talked about it, it was going to be, you know, one of those type games again. In the first half, it was going to be back and forth, and we were going to have to do some things well. We didn't do it as consistently as we needed to, but they stress you. I mean, they do a really good job with different personnel packages. They do a really good job with different surfaces. They do a really good job getting you into a certain coverage to run certain plays. I thought our players did a really good job of not getting frustrated, because what happens when you're a tempo offense and you sit on the side for a while, you're kind of like, okay, hey, we got to go out here in 2 plays and score. I thought Coach Anderson did a good job of having a plan of how we wanted to attack each drive. I would say probably maybe 2 drives there at the end of the first half. We didn't score, maybe 1 right after the half, but pretty much we were efficient with the drives we had, either flipping field or getting points, and that was the goal, to help the defense. So now, you know, if you're out there 14, 15 plays, it's not like, oh my God, we got to throw a shutout in order for us to be successful.
Coach, it seems like this is a moment of reflection, you know, accomplishing the goal of becoming bowl eligible. When you reflect on those past 8 months since you've been hired and came in here and made all those moves, what has been the key to taking a new program and having so much success like you had at Marshall, and coming and making this, you know, the 6-win team already?
Yeah, I think there's a few things. One, the good Lord's blessed us. You know, we've stayed healthy. We've been able to, you know, stay on the track, you know, for what we've been able to do. We got an administration that's unbelievable. There's a lot of resources, not just financially, but there's a lot of things that we came in and said, hey, we need this to be done in order for us to have a chance, and we were able to do it. And then we got players that have bought into a process. I said it back in the media days. We're working on application, not theory. I know this works, but we have to work. Obviously, there's adjustments along the way, but I think again, it starts with relationship. We got really good kids, phenomenal administration, and then obviously the good Lord's blessed us. So, and we still got work to do. Don't get me wrong. If it wasn't a bye week, I would literally be like, okay, hey guys, see you tomorrow for stretch and stride. But I think again, this is a good time for us to take a breath, because we got a long stretch of some really good teams coming up. So we have to make sure from a mental health standpoint and mental disposition standpoint that we are in position to do that. And sometimes if you neglect to do that, you'll mentally tire. And that's part of the process as well, making sure our guys stay mentally locked in, academically, football-wise, the whole nine.
What, if anything, has surprised you throughout the process, though, that even though you have the plan that you talked about and it's happening the way you envisioned, has anything stood out to you that maybe you weren't expecting?
I wouldn't say surprised, but I've been pleased with the way that this community has supported, because it's hard to get up and come in with what they've been through. But I'm not surprised, but definitely pleased and appreciative of the amount of support we've gotten. Like, you can see it in their eyes. We do the Eagle Walk. You can see it in the fans' eyes. You can see it when our guys are in the community. You can see it. There's a buzz in Hattiesburg that hasn't been here for a long time. And I really hope that fire catches over to the basketball team. I really hope that fire catches over to baseball, because we got a really good opportunity to do something special. Obviously, there's a lot of work that needs to be done, but this community has shown when we all start pulling the rope in the same direction, good things can happen.
Coach, how are you feeling looking back at the running performance in this game in the absence of Jeffrey Pitt?
Yeah, we felt like, we're trying to figure out how to get to the end of the year. So you gotta pitch count some of these guys. And I think that's the biggest thing. You look at, ULM today, they've got really good players, but a lot of them are hurt. You know what I mean? So how do you pitch count some guys? How do you look at, one thing we wanted to do going into the bye week is start balancing reps. I think that's a big piece because there's so many reps a body can take. And I'm not just talking about game reps, but on practice reps. And when we look back, and a couple weeks ago, we had him carry the ball 31 times. That's a lot. This is not Emmitt Smith and the Cowboys. So we've got to monitor how many reps we have on guys. Period. The reason that Doc runs fast is because he's rep monitored. You got to pay attention to those things. So we looked at it and felt like, hey, we had a chance with what they were doing to get Matt going. I thought he did a really good job today. I don't know what his numbers were exactly, but we thought him and Briggs missed some time, so he was a little rep depleted or deficient, if that's probably a better way to say it. So we got a chance to get him caught up. We think Jalen Carter is going to be able to help us down the road as well. So you gotta, it's bigger than just, hey team, let's go win. There's a lot that goes into this thing. There's a lot of games left, and the closer you get to the end, the more and more the running game has to show up. And sometimes that's going to be dirty, hard yards. Sometimes that's going to be, finding a way to keep 4 yards on first down, finding a way to get 3 yards on 3rd and 3. Teams are going to say, okay, we got to stop the passing game. We've had a lot of success with it, so we've got to get our running game going. And the only way you do that is spread the reps out so you can, so you can see where guys are.
You briefly spoke about Braylon and talking about how he just tries to be perfect during practice. Today he only had 5 incompletions. Bring me through his efficiency in today's game.
Yeah, we talked just holistically to the offense about being efficient. I didn't think we were that efficient last week. Similar game plan. We knew they were going to try to slow the clock, slow the game down. We knew they were going to try to take their time. So we knew when we got the ball on offense, in order to take the strain off the defense, we had to be very efficient with our drives. Last week we weren't as efficient. We turned it over once. We don't score once. And all of a sudden now that game is a lot of strain on the defense. I thought today we were efficient, which ultimately loosened it up on the defense. Even going into the half, being up, 1 score, it didn't feel like, hey, there's a lot of strain. We knew we were getting the ball back. So then we went up 2 scores, and now you're starting to say, okay, well, they can run it, but the time is starting to run. Then you go up 3 scores, and you're starting to get them into what we do well, which is defend passes, or at least make teams one-dimensional. So we felt like Braylon and the offense had to be really efficient. That doesn't mean, hey, throw it 80 yards down the field. That's taking the check down when you need to. That's handing it off when you need to. That's stepping up and running. I thought he did a good job today of scrambling, activating his legs to create some first downs. That's ultimately not making bad decisions with the ball. And I thought that helped the offense, obviously put points on the board, but it helped the defense as well.
We all see, Chris Jones on the defensive side, someone who's making an impact today. I mean, there are a lot of key plays on defense. How would you describe what you see at Chris Jones specifically, just, forcing that pressure?
I think he's growing. He's developing. He's starting to apply what goes on in the meeting room to the game. He's starting to understand why we're calling certain plays, not just, hey, we're calling this play, this is what I do. He's starting to hold himself to a different level of accountability. A couple of times there I had to tell him, hey, next play, because he wants to be right. And I think he will, go back and look at the film and say there's still some opportunity for growth, but I think that's what's happening. He's starting to grow, he's starting to develop. He's getting into a flow. Him and Mike have really good cohesion right now at the backer spot. We tried to do some things there as well to kind of rep manage, as the game went on. We had him in there with some other guys, but I think he's growing. I think he's developing. I think it's starting to show with his consistency in his play.
I understand this is obviously your first year, but there's a lot of success in the 3 FBS programs in the state right now. As a head coach of one of those teams, how would you, assess and how proud are you of the state of college football at the FBS level right now in the state of Mississippi?
Yeah, I think it's great, man. I really think the governor should send some of that money from the other 2 down here so we can continue to be, have some parity. We've shown that we can win 2, so we have a little bit more resources. Man, this state could really jump. No, I think, again, I can't speak for what's going on the road. I don't have any insight on that. But here, it's really good people. There's a community that cares, and then there's a track record of success. And I think, again, people understand that. I think our players understand that. I think our community understands that. We got a long way to go. I told them, I mean, we could very easily be 6-6 at the end of the year, and it's all, this pat on the back just really goes the other way. But today, we've done a good job of giving ourselves an opportunity to extend this family season. Gives our guys a chance. We get another month of practice for our guys that need to develop. We get another opportunity for our seniors to get quality film to add to their, reel to move on to the next level. You start to see the programs that consistently make bowl games are the ones that consistently play at a high level because of the development that you get versus going home. Another month of practice with our young guys. Another month of meetings with our young guys. Another opportunity for our seniors to go out and play extremely well. Another opportunity for us to keep them together, right? When we got them, we can make them go to class, we do all those things. When the season's over, transfer portal, I'm not going to class, hey, where's he at? Oh, I went home. So there's a lot that goes into making a bowl game. It's not just where are we going. It's the ability for our program to extend our development and our process another month. And that's going to pay off in the long run.
You said it.
I'm sure 6 wins was a goal, heading into the first year program, but what do you still want to achieve, with this team with a whole month of football, left?
Yeah, I want to win next week. I want to make sure that we as coaches do a really good job of figuring out what's the next step on each side of the ball scheme-wise. I want to make sure our players take this week and really get ahead academically. I want to make sure we heal up, and then I want to make sure we keep the iron, the sword sharp, right? I want to not practice and not do the things we need to do. Other than that, I can't see past that because it doesn't matter. It's a waste of brain space. Somebody asked me coming in, where's the bowl game going to be? Across the street on the practice field. Monday is where our bowl game is going to be. And I say that, but that's the process, and that's where we got to keep our players at. Because we go 6-6, nobody's going to want to come to Shreveport. Just being honest. Nobody's going to come there. You guys dropped 6 in a row. You guys suck. We come out next week and we don't play well, all of a sudden everything changes. So we got to make sure we do a really good job of managing what we control. I've been on Jeremy for an indoor because we've driven off the field for rain. And look what happened. It rained today. We played perfect. Didn't turn the ball over one time. I'm sure I won't get it now. No chance. But those are the things that we're talking about, right? We prepare for opportunities. We get put in these situations on and off the field, in the meeting rooms. And our guys perform phenomenally. I mean, you talk about the rain on and on and off. We didn't put the ball on the ground. We didn't turn the ball over. Like, those are the things that I get excited about. Like, how many games we win, I'll worry about that in December. But right now, what progress are we making? Our guys are doing a really good job academically. Our guys are doing a really good job of making good decisions in the community. I talked to them about that today. You can't do anything to separate yourself from this journey. That's where I'm at, from a mental standpoint. Hopefully our team is. We got plenty of time to look back on the season and say we could have, should have. Best thing we can do right now is go clean this film up and find out how to get better next week.
You said when you were hired.
What was your numbers? I need to know.
I said 45-10. Would win. So close enough.
I'm gonna go back and look at that. I'm not sure exactly. Go ahead. Sorry.
You're good. So when you were hired in December, you said, I don't have the exact quote, but something along the lines of, "I didn't come here to play. I came here to win." Now that you're 6-2, 4-0, did the transformation this quickly surprise you at all?
No, I'm a child of God, man. He blesses those that try to do the right thing. I'm not perfect. I believe in our process. Our process is application. It's not theory. It's not, we think this is going to work. Hey, if we mix this chemical and this chemical, we think this is going to happen. We've been through this before. We know what it takes to be successful. And again, I told them from the beginning, if we don't stay healthy, it doesn't matter. If we don't have the nutrition plan, it's not going to matter. If we can't get the D linemen in here, it's not going to matter. If there are things that we've had around here that are stagnant, that we can't change or adjust or be willing to work, it's not going to work. The rest is the good Lord blessing us and our players buying into that process. I mean, you'll write a different story if we're 6-6, so no, we're not there yet. I think at this point in time, what I don't want to happen is I don't want us to get so accustomed to just coming in and winning that we don't really take time to be appreciative of where we're at first. Be appreciative of the people that got us here, the players and the administration. And then also understand that it's not over. We still need the fans to come back the next home game. We still need them to support wherever we decide the away games or whatever it is. We still need them to support from a financial standpoint. We're getting in a tough spot, right? We're a small school, we're a tight-knit community. Well, we're gonna battle some basketball games with possible football games, with possible, road football game, with possible baseball scrimmage. Like, there's gonna be a tug, and we've gotta figure out that balance. Because we can't take away from basketball, can't take away from women's basketball, can't take away from softball and baseball and what they're doing. But we also can't say, oh, football's good, they're gonna win, they don't need us, because we do. So we gotta figure out that balance too as we move forward.
Anything else? Coach?
Coach, to start the season, I figured there was some sort of like mystique around how the defense was playing, or all the turnovers they were getting. But now, as that seems as kind of a normal thing to fans that come and see the games, would you say that there's a method to the madness, and if so, what does that look like?
Yeah, we spent a lot of time in practice talking about turnovers on both sides of the ball. I don't get excited with a PBU. We try to train our DBs to go attack the ball. We were probably a little undisciplined in some of the downfield throws today. We got to get that cleaned up. But turnovers and explosive plays, you can look at all of college football, and that's what it comes down to. So we make a big emphasis. We probably spend close to 30 minutes a day with just turnovers, just ball attacks, just taking care of the ball. And it adds up. It adds up. Obviously, that's part of the process. But the kids are buying into the techniques. We can do the technique, but if you get out there and you don't take care of it, you get out there and you don't make the play, it doesn't matter. But the kids are buying into the technique. We have a process that we believe in, explosive plays on offense, turnovers on defense, and we're probably going to like the results at the end of the game.
Coach, thank you.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate everybody. Again, homecoming crowd. I hope everybody enjoyed it. I apologize for the weather. A little bit out of my control, but those who did stay, phenomenally, thank you. Those who came and had to leave, I get it. But again, I couldn't be more appreciative of everybody that showed up today. It matters, and we appreciate it. So, Southern Miss?
Good job.
Thanks, Coach.
There you go. Okay.
You ready, Braylon?
All right, questions for Braylon Braxton?
Braylon, good to see you. I don't know if you've spoken first. I'm David Elsie. I'm the sports director at the CBS station here in Hattiesburg, and that's the Jackson. Congrats on the win. Congrats on being bowl eligible. When you come in, you spoke a lot with Coach about, setting goals, and obviously week by week it's win and do the right things, he says, but now getting bowl eligible. What does it feel like to you to see that play out the way that it has, have this early success in Sun Belt play and overall to reach this goal, even with so much time left in the season to even do more?
Yeah, I mean, it's really just a testament to our process. Winning games isn't easy by any means, but our ultimate goal is definitely not a bowl game. So, that is good. 6 wins is good. It's a successful season to some, but, we came here for much more. So.
You kind of say you came here for much more. Can you maybe elaborate on that a little bit?
We came here to win a championship.
What is most impressed with you, that you're proudest of about this team, how you come into a new place and are able to keep that mindset week after week, and it's a reality you can stay and continue?
Honestly, I say what's impressed me the most is just how we've come together as a team. If you look back to January, we don't even have half of the players that are on the team now in January. And then you go to the end of the summer, we bring in another wave of guys. And then you're looking around, it's all these, individual personalities, all these different guys. You got to learn what you can say to certain people, what you can and can't say, who you can come at a certain way, just from where we started to where we are now is what I'm most proud of. And that's just as a team. That's not even anything that we do on the field, just how we came together as a unit.
Coach spoke about how you like to be perfect in practice, how you guys are striving for that every day, and that's most teams. But today, your efficiency, you only had 5 incompletions on the day.
That's too many.
Yeah, bring me through your performance.
Yeah, I thought I played okay. There's some throws that I won back, like you just said. I had 5 incompletions. I would like to have. I know for sure 3 of them it was on me. Should have been completed. So I gotta go. Obviously, I gotta go watch the film. But just off the top of my head, I know I won 3 throws back. So yeah.
Who has stood up to you on the offense? Of course, we're all talking about you and your success person, but when you're playing, who to you has stepped it up?
I think our slot receivers, Elijah Metcalf and Doc Chapman, I feel like when we get those guys, you know, going and get them touches early, I feel like we're a different offense. So I say Doc and Smooth. I say Elijah, Tyshawn, Doc and Smooth. It's their nicknames.
Coach Huff really alluded to, you know, 6 wins as a goal, but obviously kind of what you said too, you guys want more. How do you kind of really, as a leader of this team, really make sure this team doesn't get
We tried to run a flea flicker against La Tech. Didn't work that good. But we were repping that play all week. We knew it was gonna hit. And when Coach called it, I was kind of licking my lips because I was like, yeah, I'm not gonna do this right after this throw. Doc, he did a good job selling the O-line, did a great job protecting it. It was either Matt or Rob. I can't remember which one they pitched it back to me, but it was a good pitch too. So everybody did their job on that play, and we executed well. So.
Braylon, in the past couple of weeks, we've noticed that you've been running a little bit less. Do you feel like there's been a weight taken off your shoulders with the improvement in the run game and you having to participate in it less?
That's a good question. I say yeah. You know, anytime I feel like when I don't have to run, like I feel like we're a better offense because when I can scramble on pass plays and maneuver the run game that way instead of having design quarterback runs, I feel like we're more dangerous because now you're dropping people in the coverage and now you have to come tackle me. And you're instead of people already being in the box in the run fit, now they're coming out of coverage trying to come make tackles. That's really hard on defenders. So yeah, I would definitely say so.
What do you think? Yeah, we're just one more. What do you think's been the key to having such immediate success this year? Coach Huff come in, you're rising to the top and everything. Like, what are the factors that contribute to that?
Our team chemistry, probably the second closest team I've been on in college, just as far as everybody knowing everybody, how we gel as a group, and just people just genuinely like just vibing together. Like everybody in our locker room would like they give you the shirt off their back. Like, dang bro, you ain't got no food here. You got some of my food. Like, you ain't got no ride. Come on, hop in. We finna go. Like, it's stuff like that. It's all the small stuff. Like, just people just going out of their way to be genuine to each other. I feel like that's what our edge is, honestly.
Any other questions? All right, thanks, Braylon.
Hey, thank y'all.
Congratulations.
Corey, just talk to me about the defense and just its ability to just continue week after week putting up the turnover numbers that y'all are able to put up.
Just coming with our preparation and knowing that the focus of the game is the ball. You can't to get the ball. You gotta do what you gotta do. Make plays on the ball and just play with cohesion.
Coach Huff talks a lot about how he thinks the worst stat in football is the pass breakups, and he wants y'all to catch the ball. How does he kind of preach that to y'all?
Usually it says does nothing for us. So all pass breakups, it does nothing for us. It's just another set of downs. So just taking that ball away, getting momentum on our side, and being able to just continue to play hard and get turnovers.
Both sides of the ball played really well the second half. What was kind of that transition from the first half to the second half that you were talking about?
Just coming in at halftime and talking with each other and saying that we got to get things going. We ain't feel ourselves in the first half, so just to flip the switch and continue to put our foot on the gas and keep going.
It's another game with multiple turnovers. How does this defense just keep producing all these game after game?
Just being in the right spot, knowing the keys and knowing the defense and what the call is for the defense. So just being able to play that way and continue to get turnovers.
Any other questions?
Speaking of the defense, right over there, maybe not listening too closely, but what can you say about Chris Jones and what you see from him playing out there?
He a dog, and he get us going for sure. Make sure everybody in the right spot. Make sure everybody got the call, and just continue to help us play hard and get us going for real.
All right, thanks, Corey. All right, questions for Chris?
Talk to me a little bit about that first half. I could be wrong, but I just got the sense y'all were a little bit frustrated.
Right.
But then you went into halftime. Can you talk about what changed for y'all, and y'all really got it going in that second half?
Right. Me personally, I was frustrated. I don't know about my teammates. I know some of them were frustrated because we were making the game closer to what it was supposed to be. Me personally, I was more frustrated on my technique. I wasn't, tackling well at the moment. So I was just like, you know what, we're gonna go in, and that's about taking accountability as a leader, going in and making those corrections and just going back out there and executing. And that's what Huff talks about all the time.
Chris, as a guy who was here last season, seeing the transformation from Huff, has it surprised you of how quickly it's transformed?
Honestly, yeah. Honestly, yeah, in a year, I mean, you go from 1-11 to 6-2. Now you're bowl eligible before November. I mean, that ain't nothing but God. I mean, Huff has done a great job of bringing his staff in and really just changing this whole organization. So I'm grateful for that for sure.
Coach is talking about how he's seen you take what you're studying in the film room and apply it to the game and understand plays and really just grow in general. How do you kind of assess your own growth this year as you play?
I give a lot of credit to my room. I'll probably say Coach Huff, yeah, Coach Seymour. Our DC has done a great job of that, and older guys in that room helping me as well. I mean, I'm still a young guy. I always say that. I'm just 19, so I look up to Joseph Harper, Mike Montgomery, Mathis Haygood. Those guys still are teaching me stuff that I probably don't know at the time, so I can go out on the field and execute too. So I give credit to my room in that area for sure.
Coach Huff and Braylon really said, 6 wins is cool, but you guys want more.
Right.
How do you guys not get too complacent with still a month left of football?
I hope y'all know Coach Huff ain't complacent at all. I mean, 6 wins is not his standard. Actually, winning is not even his standard. I mean, we really think about it. I mean, we went from 1-11, now we 6-2, but we just extended our season even more. So there's more opportunities to get better. So he's not even looking, just we winning. We got to focus on getting better each and every week, and that's our main focus, and that's what we're gonna keep doing for sure.
And just how proud are you of your defense right now?
I'm very proud. I mean, we still got things to clean up. Me personally, tackling. I'm always gonna say that. But I'm so proud of my defense, man. That D line, the secondary, we just gel together, and you can just see it on the field. We all got cohesion with each other, and if one guy not there for their assignment, another guy gonna make up for it. So that's all about cohesion and just having that bond even off the field. So I'm so proud of us, and we're just gonna keep getting better for sure.
Such different results from a year ago to today. What do you think? What can you pinpoint some things that are different that have led to this success?
Coach Huff talks about discipline, of course, but I'd probably say just our bond too. Like Braylon said, I mean, you can call the guy and ask him for something. I mean, off the field, he gonna be there for you. And people don't know, like that's big. Like, I mean, if you got that bond off the field, you're gonna have it on the field too. You got a brother beside you that you're playing for. I mean, you get hit and you're on that grind. You're like, man, I got a brother to play for. And that's really what it's all about. That's what the game about. And I don't want the game to lose that, for sure.
Was that your first career pick?
No, this is my second. I got one last year. I'm happy about it.
How cool was that? Can you walk us through that play?
Honestly, we was in creeper package, like we was blitzing, and I just rolled the hash. I just said, let me just roll the hash. He rolling out, a robot, and I got a pick, man. He threw it right at me, so I got popped though. He coming a lot. He hit me. The dude hit me real hard, but I was just happy to get a pick. My second year at college is another pick just to add to the list, so I'm proud about that. I give glory to God.
As a guy who came here and has been here, through the transition from last season and totally different now, what is that perspective like? Just coming in and sticking with it into this year when there's a lot of uncertainty and you weren't sure what this could look like. Now that you know how it's going to look.
I took a risk for sure, and I guess right. I mean, Coach Huff, I knew I was gonna stay when I seen him walk in that room, and from that day forward, he's proven everything he says come true. I mean, verbatim, like everything he's told me. Coach Seymour, really the whole style. Those guys, I mean, I wouldn't want to do it with nobody else. Them guys, they're loyal and they're there for you, and what they tell you is gonna happen. You feel me? If everybody buy in, I mean, the program switch. I mean, it's proven. I mean, it's happening right now. So I'm speechless with that question. I ain't gonna lie. Like it's crazy how big this is for our program, not just football, just everybody, the athletics. So yeah, it's big for sure.
You're going to be one of the younger guys in your second year here. Where our station has been covering you in high school also. Like, is there anything from high school that you feel like applies to playing at the college level and in this system?
Yeah, being all in, and that's something that my coach Bowman at Hartfield Academy, he put in me starting 10th grade, and that was really our standard, being all in on everything. And that's just a carryover from not then to now, just always being all in on the game. And you just got to have respect for the game to be all in for sure. So I give all that credit to Coach Bowman. He put that in me starting my sophomore year, and I miss that guy, man, for sure.
Any other questions?
Appreciate y'all, man.
Thanks, Chris.
Thanks, Chris.